Hey, what's up, guys? So as you can see, I'm back in my car again. I told you guys in the last video, this is my sanctuary, without a doubt. I decided I wanted to go ahead and do a video on how I know I'm manic. After dealing with this mental illness for so long, bipolar disorder, for those of you who are new to my channel and you've just come across this video, I have a channel strictly dedicated to bipolar disorder and, my experiences, how I cope, advice, all of that kind of stuff. So, if you're just seeing me for the first time, hello, name is Mama Bear, and here we go. So, first things first, if you have bipolar disorder, you have probably experienced a lot of different things over the course of time. Maybe you've experienced certain signs or symptoms, and you're researching and you're trying to find out more information. Maybe you can find somebody that you can relate to, or someone that can relate to you, someone you can hopefully communicate with. Well, the good news is, I will definitely communicate with you, and I will try to help everybody as much as I can. Down below, I have put my Facebook group link in the description, and my Snapchat is also in the description below. So feel free to contact me on either one or both, and here we go. So this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and list 10 signs that you are possibly in a manic state, or you are experiencing a manic episode. So symptom number one, or sign, I should say sign number one, at least for me. Now, all of these are what I experience. I am not trying to diagnose you. I am not a medical professional. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not licensed in any of that. These are just my experiences, and if you can relate, please definitely leave a comment below. And yeah, so symptom number one, decreased need for sleep. Now, when this happens, I know for a fact I'm possibly going into a manic state, which is why I listed it number one on the list. Simply because when I feel like I don't need as much sleep over the course of a few days, that's how I know I'm possibly going into a manic state. Number two, abnormally upbeat. Now, this actually has like a wide range of, I guess you could say, like a definition or a description. This is a very broad spectrum. Now, what I mean by, sorry guys, I have horrible allergies. What I mean by abnormally upbeat is that you are suddenly like just elated and excited and extremely happy and go lucky more than you normally would be. You're trying to communicate with strangers in a store, and you are just lifted up. I mean, to the utmost highest point you could possibly get, which is what happens when we're in a manic state. We are at our highest. That's actually called hypomania. Number three, rapid speech or thoughts. Now, I've experienced this before, and, I was kind of, I guess you could say, aware of it, but to somebody who doesn't have bipolar disorder, to us, it sounds like this. Now, obviously, we don't really sound like that, but that does give you a good idea of the rapid speech. To us, we're speaking normally, but to somebody else, it's just not that dramatic, but you get the idea. Okay, number four, poor judgment and or decision making. Now, this one's big for me. I have made some terrible decisions, and I've had poor judgment in making those decisions. I can't even count, like, the number of times that has happened to me. And With the poor judgment, you have like an unrealistic expectation. Like in your mind, you have one idea, but in reality, it's not that. But you can't see the reality, even though you haven't lost touch with reality. You can't see the reality. It's like, you know, being behind a door, and on the other side of that door is destruction and all of that. But, you know, the door looks really pretty to you. To you, the door looks really pretty. So it's like, you know, there's got to be something awesome on the other side. And then you get over there and you're like, oh my God. So it's just poor judgment. For real. Just awful poor judgment. Number 5, loss of appetite, or just a lack of interest in general in even eating. No matter how hungry you are, nothing sounds good. You have no motivation to make anything. Now, if it's quick, yeah, maybe. But it's just complete either loss of appetite or just lack of interest in eating altogether. I get to a point where I could be super hungry, like extremely hungry, but I'm like, oh man, it's almost like being afraid to eat. Because it's just, like it's hard for me to explain, but if you're experiencing that, you are definitely, without a doubt, not alone. Number 6. Now this one I've had a problem with several times, and I wasn't aware that that's what was going on until it was like too late and everything had already transpired. So yeah, number 6. Unusual, sudden desire in someone or something. Now, over the course of time, you meet somebody, you start spending a lot of time with them, you get to know them, and suddenly you're in love. Absolutely in love, right? Well, all of a sudden, one day, you don't want anything to do with them. You're like, wait a minute, I don't feel, and you've made these decisions, you know, and if you are all of a sudden, like, bam, I'm in love with this person, and I have to go be with this person, and, I mean, you're, like, you have, what's it called? Hypersexuality. There we go. Hypersexuality. That comes into play. Like, all of these, like, sensual type emotions come over you. And I mean, this can last for weeks. So, in your mind, you're thinking, I must actually really be in love with this person. You're probably not. At least for me. It's happened to me. I actually left the person that I'm currently with 2 years ago. I left him, and I actually married another guy. Okay? Married him. And then blew up in my face. Reality went, oh, hello. You were manic, and you were crazy, and you made a really bad choice. And that other person suffered greatly from that. Me, on the other hand, I suffered in a different way. That my suffering was that I made them suffer. And I hurt them. So, yeah, if you are just suddenly, you wake up one day, and you are in love with somebody, chances are you might not be. Number 7, impulsivity. This one sucks and pretty much speaks for itself. You're extremely impulsive, like unbelievably impulsive. It's absolutely ridiculous. And what I mean by that is we're talking spending sprees, going out and buying a dog, or getting a cat, or maybe you wake up one morning and decide, you know what, I'm going to Disney World. I can't really afford it, but I'm going to go do it anyway. You're being impulsive. It's something that you do very suddenly, very quickly, without thinking of any kind of consequences, or even a possible negative result. And you just do it for whatever reason. Number 8. Now, I've come across this symptom just searching on the internet. Inflated self-esteem. Now, I wasn't really 100% certain what that meant exactly. I really had to do some serious, extensive research into what that meant exactly. And what that means is, You are a fake badass, okay? Everybody is beneath you. Everybody should bow to you. And you are worth more than what anybody thinks. Now, don't get me wrong. It's very good to set your self-esteem at a level that's suitable for you. You know, don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let anybody tear you down or, you know, ruin who you are on the inside. But if you're just suddenly like, you know, I'm better than you, and it's, you have to be, you know, in order to really experience that, you literally have to be like, it's almost like you're outside of yourself. You're looking at you, but the other side of you is this arrogant, just jerk. I mean, it's awful. Like, you know, and after the mania wears off, all of that goes away, you know, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I was so mean or, you know, cranky or whatever. Like, I'm so sorry. It's terrible. I don't know how else to explain it. Number 9, I have a major problem with this one, and I had this problem when I was in school, which is why I did not graduate. Not proud of that. Anyways, number 9, poor concentration. Holy shit. Poor concentration. That's a tough one. Pretty much speaks for itself. Definitely getting lost in thought. You know, if you're, you know, doing something and you notice that very frequently you forgetting what you were doing, or appointments will slip your mind, that can happen too. It's like memory loss, forgetfulness, and poor concentration all play a factor. Like they all play together. They get in this little group and they conspire against us. Number 10, drumroll. Number 10, sudden, intense irritability. Holy crap. You wake up and you are mad as shit. Like, you are just mad. Talk about rolling over on the wrong side of the bed. Holy crap, we are overachievers when it comes to that. You wake up and you are just furious with everything. I mean, you could crack an egg on a pan and a piece of the shell falls into your scrambled eggs and you throw the pan. Out of anger. And you just get, just super irritated. If you're all of a sudden feeling like that, and that's lasting for like days at a time, along with all of these other wonderful things. Now, as long as all of them are playing in, combination of all of them over the course of a couple months, I mean, like 2 or 3 of these are happening together, like simultaneously, you're probably slipping into a manic episode. So I hope this helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. If any of you experience any of these, please leave a comment below. And like I said, below are my Snapchat and my Facebook group. So please, guys, please don't hesitate to, you know, contact me, reach out, say hello, let me know you enjoy my boring videos. And until next time,